Well, tell me how much I should care about this subject, but only one thing piques my interest. Now, Paris Hilton has said, I can't believe I'm talking about this, that she has 20 boys, okay, 20 frozen embryos. She's frozen 20 male embryos, but she's still waiting for a girl. Now, I'll bring this up in a minute, why I'm bringing this up in the first place. Her and her husband, Carter Rayum, have frozen 20 embryos, all of them boys, and she said that she's waiting for the process to yield a girl. So she said, we've already been talking about the future, and then the world was shut down. So I was like, what do you think about us making embryos? My gosh. She already revealed that she had gone through the process of creating embryos 7 times, that the net result had been 20 embryos, all of them male. I have all boys. I have 20 boys. I just went through the process again a month ago, so I'm waiting for the results to see if there's any girls. She also revealed that she had chosen surrogacy out of fear that going through pregnancy herself might trigger memories of past trauma she alleges happened while she was at a Utah boarding school at 16, including involuntary gynecological exams. Now, my thing is I'm suspect. I don't think that she it may not necessarily, perhaps it's due to those triggers, but I believe it's more about her looks. Like, look at who we're talking about. Probably the most superficial person on the face of the earth, Paris Hilton. And I think she just doesn't want to get hips, and she doesn't want to get any stretch marks either. That's what I think is going on, because we often see this in Hollywood. Okay, is that these people they won't get pregnant because they got jobs. They are celebrities. They got figures, and so they base a lot of their value on their looks. Their value is based on their looks. I understand that that's part of the Hollywood machine. I don't think it's right, but hey, man, whatever. The only thing that bothers me about this is that she looks at this as a commodity. Like, she's like, well, basically, we've already thrown away like 9 embryos. We've got 20 more, but they're all boys, and I don't want any boys. So eventually, we're just going to have those chucked out. As soon as a girl comes along, we'll just go ahead and chuck all those embryos out. So what I'm saying is, to these people, they look at children, they look at life as a commodity. And that's the part that gets my goat, is to just look at it that way, to look at it as if it's just so fickle, it's so trivial, it's like basically like shopping. You know, for her especially. I mean, if you ever saw The Simple Life, I did a little bit when I was younger, I admit, and it was a terrible show about terrible people, and she was the main one. It was so terrible, and they were so materialistic, like they were so superficial. They valued material much more than human beings, just the way they treated people in that show. And that was them. You know, the funny thing is that wasn't them acting. And that's what you kind of figure out after a little while. You're like, this isn't just like a reality show where they're just taking on a persona that's different than who they are. This is them. And so they're just looking at children as commodities. And I see this and I kind of laugh because I'm like, oh, it's Paris Hilton, oh boy. But on the other hand, I'm like, you're just taking life as if you're going to Louis Vuitton to get a new bag. You know, you're just like, well, I'm going to recycle that. I'm going to throw that one away. I'm going to give this away. I'm going to get a new one. And when it's right, it'll be just right. You know, like cooking something to the right degree. Oh, it tastes just right now. Perfect. It's not the same. And I just see a cultural thing here more than anything. Pop culture is one thing, who cares? But in another respect, it is a reflection of how people, especially with Hollywood, that you see there a little, very, very little value for human life. Not everybody in Hollywood, I guarantee. That doesn't seem to be the case in every situation. But with these people who particularly are very, how would you say, they're very much at the top of pop culture. They're celebrities for no particular reason. Simply, they're celebrities because they're irritating, or they were on a reality show, or they exhibit some extreme form of like craziness, whether that's anger or whether that's like super snobby. They get their own shows and they're a celebrity because of that. So in this respect, um, there is some kind of transcendental thing that goes on here where those values are reflected all the way down to how they view human life, as it's just something to be thrown away. We can go to the store again and get a new baby. It's just kind of how I view it. And but far be it from me, that's your prerogative. But I just was going to point this out because I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you later. Bye.